Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that if you're a Memphis Grizzly fan, you should listen to me. And if you're the Memphis Grizzlies, it's time to trade either Marc Gasol or Mike Conley. I have real evidence to support my argument. And by the way, it's nothing against Mike Conley or Marc Gasol. It's actually speaking on how great these guys have been over the years that they've been in Memphis, right? Mike Conley and Marc Gasol are both having all-star level seasons. Again, the Grizzlies are no good, but I mean, Mark's averaging 15.7 and 8.7 rebounds a game, and Mike's hovering around 20 points a game and 6 assists a game. Nothing wrong with their stats. They're doing what they do on the basketball court, being effective. But here's the reality of the situation. If I asked you right now, who's the all-star between Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, you don't have an answer for me, right? So that means you're probably telling me that both of these guys are all-star caliber players. If you're rolling with that, two all-star caliber players have to be able to make the Western Conference playoffs, period. If the Denver Nuggets going to have one all-star in the game, right? They're going to have Nikola Jokic in the game. If the Clippers are likely to have no all-stars in the all-star game, and the Grizzlies have two all-star players on their team, that means something isn't right. It's time for a new beginning. All right, they need a fresh start. The Memphis Grizzlies, to me, are in the worst position to be in the NBA. What do you mean by that? They're in no man's land. Here's where you don't want to be in the NBA. The team is going nowhere. No, I don't think anyone thinks the Memphis Grizzlies are about to win a championship, compete for a championship this year. I think that window passed about 3 years ago. That's when they were still competing at an elite level defensively. They were getting in enough scoring. They were keeping games within the 80s or 90s. Right now, the three ball is too prevalent. They lost the heart and the soul of their team in Zach Randolph a couple years ago. He lost his bounce. Look, man, that championship window is gone. So they're no longer competing for a championship, and they're not making the playoffs in the Western Conference. But because the East is so bad, they're still better than a lot of the teams in the East. I think the last time I checked, the Memphis Grizzlies have the 10th worst record in the NBA. That gets you absolutely nowhere. You're going to get a late lottery pick. They're actually not going to get their pick at all. I'll get to that in a second. That doesn't get you a top 5 guy coming in out of college. You don't want to be there. You need a top 5 pick to change your situation. And it's going to take time, even though they got Jaren Jackson last year. It's going to take Jaren Jackson and probably a guy on the perimeter for the Grizzlies to seriously be thinking about flipping things around, all right? There's turmoil in the locker room. Reportedly, Gary Temple and Omri Casper got into it in the locker room. They fight. All right? I'm not mad at them for fighting in the locker room. Guys fight all the time in the locker room. We don't hear about it in regards to the media. But when it starts leaking out, that means somebody in that locker room talked. All right? Somebody told someone in the media what was going on. That's the problem. You don't want things leaking out like that to the media. All right? They can't even trade the right Brooks. Remember a few weeks ago when they were involved in a 3-team trade for Kelly Oubre and a couple guys from Phoenix? They couldn't even get the right Brooks back. Phoenix and Washington went on with their trade. All right, the Memphis Grizzlies was just taken out of the rotation because they didn't even know which Brooks and Marshawn or Dillon that they were trading. All right, so that they can't even get a trade right. So obviously, you know, when a guy's name is entered in trade talk, that's not going to go over well with that locker room. He's still got to come back to work knowing the team didn't want him there. 10th worst in the league right now. I think I said that a couple seconds ago. I brought up the Memphis Grizzlies draft pick a couple seconds ago. It's very important. They have that pick traded to the Boston Celtics, but it's top 8 protected. What does that mean? If the Grizzlies fall outside of the top 8 with their pick this year, that pick is automatically given to the Boston Celtics, meaning they need to have one of the 8 top draft picks. Right now, they're hovering around 10. You want to get within the top 8, all right? So they need to lose games. They don't want to be right outside of the top 10 where they're right now. That's not going to help them. And when the lottery balls fall, if they get number 10 and they find themselves having to give that pick over the Celtics, you can't get better if you're losing your lottery picks, even though you're a lottery team. Even worse than their draft situation, Chandler Parsons' contract. That dude's got 2 years left on his deal, over $35 million he's owed. The Grizzlies don't want to pay him anymore. They're trying to get him to go down to the G League to even try out for the team again. He doesn't want to do that. He's a veteran. He doesn't have to, but he ain't produced on the court. The Grizzlies are upset. They know they wasted a lot of their money on a bust who's been injured pretty much the duration of his contract. He claims he's healthy now. The reality of the situation is if they play him, he ain't going to do nothing but get hurt again. And that's where we're at in this standstill, right? That is one of the worst contracts given out this decade. And now the Grizzlies got to eat that. So not only are they probably not going to have a draft pick, they probably just got to soak up this Chandler Parsons deal unless they can agree on a buyout. No one in their right mind is going to trade for those washed goods, and that's what Chandler Parsons is. Here's the reality of the situation. Las Vegas is looking for a professional basketball team. Seattle is looking for a professional basketball team. I got to believe in the next few years, Seattle's going to get their hands and get another crack at a professional team. It's going to come down to Memphis and a couple other small markets. I believe Memphis has a good chance of losing their team. I'm from Memphis. Obviously, I don't want that, but the facts are the facts. This team has been mishandled. They have yet to go out and get a slashing score that they've needed over the last few years, right? Ever since they traded Rudy Gay, they needed a slashing score that can go get them a bucket down the stretch because Mike Conley's too small to be going up against some of the giants around the NBA looking for a basket. Not going to happen. Marc Gasol, not mobile enough on the perimeter to be your go-to guy down the stretch. You need a DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard type player down the stretch. They have been unable to find that guy around the league or get that guy to convince him to go to Memphis. So they're going to be in the running to lose their team because they mishandled everything. Obviously, fans are not going to support a bad product. They're losing a crap ton of games right now. And this is the reality that the Grizzlies face. I hate this for my city, but this position gets you nowhere. All right, you're not selling a lot of tickets. All right, you're not going to have a top draft pick, most likely. You can't get rid of bad contracts. It's time to move on. Trade Marc Gasol or Mike Conley, whatever you want to do. Let Jaren Jackson grow. He's really good. Let that kid grow. Let him have the ball in his hands. Let that team bad so he can grow up, have some late game clutch scenarios, make or miss. It really doesn't matter, win or loss. You actually probably want him to miss for the next couple years so you can get players. This next draft is really, really good. Zion's going to be there. RJ Barrett, Cam Reddick, all Duke's guys going to be there. All right? You want to be in this draft with a pick. All right? You want to find somewhere to end up in this top 5. It's a lot of good guys coming out this year. Transcendent guys are in this draft. You want to get there to this draft. If you're the Memphis Grizzlies, let Jaren Jackson grow up. Go get some more picks. Stockpile on picks. Maybe you can convince the New York Knicks, who've wanted Mike Conley and Marc Gasol over the years. Maybe you can convince them to go after one of those guys and grab their picks, a few picks, and kind of stockpile for the next couple years and kind of rebuild the Boston Celtics way. That's what I'd be doing if I'm Memphis right now, because where they're at right now in this league, this ain't the NFL. In the NFL, you could be the worst team one year, next year, get the number 1 pick, you could turn it around with a quarterback. This is not the NFL. In the NBA, it takes a few years of stockpiling picks. The position that they're at right now, middle of the pack, not good enough, but still not bad enough. It gets you nowhere in this league. And the Memphis Grizzlies need to make a huge trade to get out of this position and get in tank mode. All right, let's get to the money. As I do on some of my videos, I do try to prove what I just said. All right, when I do the big time edits, I like to hop on NBA 2K and prove what I just said. So on Hall of Fame, I got the Memphis Grizzlies going against Phoenix. I'm going to beat Phoenix, and here's Memphis. If I can beat Memphis with one of the worst teams in the NBA, the worst team in the Western Conference, then Memphis should definitely blow this thing up and trade Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Let's get into it. Y'all wish me luck. Phoenix ain't a good team. I know they got some talent, but they not good, bruh. So hopefully I can light this bitch up with Devin Booker. Let's get into it. Can he shoot? Nobody on this team can shoot. Or maybe I can't shoot. Oh! I thought A was going to block that. Get one back, DeAndre. Hey, number 1 pick in the draft, DeAndre Ayton.
Of that is true, Kevin. They might have asked, but how much are they listening to it? I'm not sure. Devin Booker does not quite have
Oh, good block.
Have a lot of playoff wins under their belt, but it does.
Come on, Book.
For him, I'm sure, to be part of the collaborative.
Dang, bro. I'm just trying to say I'm wet like I'm Book, bro. That's all I'm trying to say.
Bridges against Anderson. Pass to Gasol.
Good steal. I'll knock one down, Milton. Okay.
Down the three ball.
Good three.
Kyle Anderson and Shelvin Max subbed in for
Hey, we getting steal after steal on these boys, man. They not ready. Come on, Aiden. You got to punch that home.
basket number 2.
We'll take that 2, though.
Men for Phoenix. Rashawn Holmes comes in for 8. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Booker. Now here's Crawford.
Jamal Crawford for 3. Yak up.
Last shot to go.
Yes, sir. Knock one down, Oubre. Clutch buckets to end the quarter.
Oubre
In the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Oh, yeah, good block.
Care of the ball.
Okay, Oubre.
And this has them out to a big
Find somebody.
after one.
on the court right now. Second quarter start.
Get that thing back out.
We've got
Come on, Oubre.
Rashawn Holmes out.
You got to be the trigger man, Oubre. Yak up. Another 3 from Oubre.
3-point land. We've heard
Kelly Oubre lighting y'all up. I'm trying to stop cursing. Kelly Oubre lighting y'all boys up.
Going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low, but it's definitely changed.
but now we're
Oh, y'all just going to keep leaving Kelly Oubre?
guys in the perimeter.
Like he ain't finna light y'all up?
Weird for your eyes to just kind of out for the Grizzlies. Marc Gasol's checked in for Von Rapp. Jackson comes
Wet like I'm Book. Oh, 3-pointer from Book now.
Conley in for Shelvin.
Memphis need a timeout.
Straight points off of three-pointers, and the D.
Oh, that's another steal. These dudes don't want to play ball, bro. These dudes don't want to play ball.
6 assists and 3 rebounds, and impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy.
Oh, yeah.
elements right now
Get that thing to Book.
together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Book from downtown, baby. I'm wet like I'm Book. Hey. Get out of there, Aiden. Come on, do pick and roll with Book. Let's see what come out of this. This should be good. Oh, Book, straight down the lane.
And the dunk by
We up 6. They ain't even scoring anymore. This is on Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen.
Anybody off the dribble right now.
They're not even scoring anymore.
Conley gets to Gasol.
These boys look lost.
Stop the run.
Look at that defense.
And Max
It's a 23-point game right now, bro.
shot and game clock. Memphis moving that ball around. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Oh, Book the in the quarter, a buzzer beater.
Phoenix.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're
Wow, I ain't ever did something like this to somebody on Hall of Fame on 2K19.
And so it's Devin
Yo,
for Phoenix. They kept going to
that crowd about quiet as hell.
sports. He really lit it up there.
How much worse can this get?
They keep feeding him right now until he cools down or until the defense does something to take him away from these great opportunities. No reason to go away from him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So on the floor.
Oh wow, he ain't making
Anderson,
crap.
Small forward, and Jackson at the 4. Garrett Temple is out there with Conley. And it's Gasol in at the 5 down low.
Devin Booker might not be done from the first half. He's still shooting, ladies and gentlemen. He's still hot.
I get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing.
Look
and
at
the
Mark.
spacing of others while running that offense.
They making Mark look bad, bro. Mark, this is disrespectful to Mark.
And it's
He don't deserve to be a part of this. Oh, what a pass from Aiden.
Coach loves to see.
now here's Booker. Tight
Oh yeah. Well, that's how you play this game, bro. That's how you play this game.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Oh, Book.
Looks like they've rented out
It's a clean steal, bro.
perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep
Oh, Book to get it back. Oh my goodness.
Booker filling it up quickly here.
Well, he's killing this guy by 27.
See how dangerous he is on the offensive end.
Temple.
I said this guy like I'm not playing the computer, but still. Oh, yeah. Sack. The lead is 26. I'm trying to 30 ball him.
Sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
Oh, my goodness, man. This is embarrassing. Oh, yeah. From downtown. We looking for the 30-piece. We up 27. I ain't even bringing Book back in for this. That's crazy, B. 30-piece city. 2 points away. Oh, give me that block. Ah, he made the layup.
Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
And finally,
We ain't done.
this is the run they needed earlier.
Oh,
Easier to
that's
do
all.
once the game is on ice, as your
Damn it.
opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Ah, he gonna make that. Hey, we got him though. We beat their ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. We beat their ass.
For shooters, fishing with dynamite.
That's all she wrote, bruh. I blew out the Memphis Grizzlies. I blew out the Memphis Grizzlies on Hall of Fame with the Phoenix Suns, fam. Memphis, listen to me. It is time to blow this team up, fam. Build around that guy, Jaren Jackson Jr. Y'all days of building a team around Mike and Marc are over. Trade them boys while you can get some good acquisitions in return, some good assets, trade assets as you rebuild this thing. Let Jaren Jackson win, lose games, all that good stuff. Because this team is finito like Chief Keef, bruh. I'm out.